I developed the spelling game between February 20th and February 23rd, 2020 to fulfill a homework requirement for a computer science class at the University of New Orleans. The game is very simple to use. The user clicks a button which provides a recording of a hard-to-spell word. Then the game provides a text box in which the user can spell the word. The game checks to determine if the word has been spelled correctly. If so, the game responds with correct. Otherwise, the game responds with not correct. This is a very casual game. There are no time limits, and the user can attempt as many spellings as he or she desires. Originally, the spelling game was designed to play in a browser with the programming component of the game constructed with JavaScript, and it worked very well within the browser. But after I developed the game, I learned that there was a program called Electron, which would allow JavaScript-enabled web pages to be converted to actual desktop applications. In other words, a user would no longer need access to the internet. The user could play the spelling game right from his desktop. Ultimately, I was successful converting to Electron format. Once converted, typical Electron documents are started from the command line using npm start. To users of systems with graphical environments, this is a bit of an inconvenience. GUI users would like to double-click on an application to open it. So I developed a secondary goal of packaging the spelling game so that users could double-click on its icon in order to play it. I was able to do this with another program called Electron Packager. For Windows 10 users, the result is that we have an exe program that the user can double-click in order to play. So now I'll double-click the exe file so that we can read the instructions and start to play. Here's the instructions. Below, find 26 recordings, one for each letter of the alphabet. Your task is to play each recording, then spell the word in the text box. One thing to remember is this: a word that begins with a familiar sound may not be spelled with the letter associated with that sound. For example, xylophone begins with the letter X, but the sound we hear is a Z. To trick the player, xylophone might be placed as a Z word because that's the sound we hear. But unless you provide the correct spelling, you will be provided with a not correct notification. Let me start with the A word, and I'll spell it incorrectly to begin so that you can see the result. Arctic. Now, when I click the Check My Spelling button, it shows that it is not correct. Now, let's try the correct spelling, Arctic. When I click the Check My Spelling button, it shows that the spelling is correct. One of the trick words resides at the letter O. I'll click Play an O word button and we'll listen to it. Homage. I know how to spell it, but I'll spell it incorrectly first. O-M-A-G-E. Now I'll click the Check My Spelling button. The display shows that it's incorrect, but if I spell it correctly, H-O-M-A-G-E, we'll see that it gives us a correct answer. The letter T contains another trick word, ptarmigan. Ptarmigan. Allow me to spell it incorrectly first. T-A-R-M-I-G-A-N. Now, when I press the Check My Spelling button, it shows that it is incorrect. However, if I spell it correctly, P-T-A-R-M-I-G-A-N, and press the Check My Spelling button, you can see that it is correct. In total, there are 7 trick words scattered throughout the spelling game. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video.